let's review your practice test. So don't forget your name. Can't help you if you don't put your name on it. Now in question 1, let's apply our exponent to each number. So we get 2 to the 4th, h to the 3rd, raised to the 4th power, all over 3 to the 4th. Well, 2 to the 4th is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 16. When we take a power to a power, we'll multiply our exponents, so we'll get h to the 12th. And then 3 to the 4th is 81. There's our first one. Now in problem number 2, when we multiply, we add our exponents, as long as we have the same base, which is what we do here. So 3x plus 2x is 5x. And 7 minus 9 is negative 2. So we get 4 to the 5x minus 2 power. Now let's get rid of the exponents first on number 3. So on number 3, we're going to say negative 2 to the negative 4 power, m to the negative 4 power, and then x, well, negative 3 to the negative 4 power, negative 3 times 4, or 3 times 4 is 12. All over, we'll have 8 m to the negative 5, and x to the 0 is 1, so I don't think I'll even put that in there. Now, next I'm going to flip my negative 2. So I'm going to get negative 2 to the positive 4 power in my denominator. When I take negative 4 minus a negative 5, that's m to the first power. So I'll just say m. And then x to the 12th will be my numerator. And don't forget, I still got the 8 down here. So I'll get m x to the 12th. And then negative 2 to the 4th power. That will be a positive 16. So we're going to multiply 16 times 8. So I'll get m x to the 12th. 16 times 8. I think we'll use a calculator for that part. And I got other things opened here. So 16 times 12 is that right? How about 16 times 8? 16 times 8 is 128. And we get m x to the 12th over 128 is our answer. Now, if we take a look at number 4 next, and notice what happens here. I think I'm going to simplify my first terms inside the parentheses first. So 3 goes into 6 2 times. A squared takes out 2 of my a's, so I get a to the first in my denominator. Then if we take negative 3 minus a negative 4, I'm going to get b to the positive 1. So in other words, let's write this as a fraction. So I got b to the first for my numerator. My denominator is 2a. Now I'm going to square that. So I'm going to say b squared over 4a squared. Now my next parentheses, notice there's nothing to simplify. Well, maybe I can simplify and say negative 5a cubed b all over 4. And then I'm going to, since it's a negative exponent, I'm going to flip that. So I'm going to say 4 over negative 5 a cubed b. I'll take that to the third power. So not equal, sorry about that, it's a times sign. So times, and then I take 4 to the third, I get 16. Negative 5 to the third, I get negative 125. A to the third, so I get a to the ninth, and b to the third. Now look at, can I simplify anything? Well, yes, I can. 4 goes into 16 4 times. My b squared takes out 2 of my b's, so I get b to the first. Or 2 minus 3 would be negative 1, so I go b to the first in the denominator. Remember, a negative number, it does not do anything other than say it's negative. So my answer, since I'm taking a positive times a negative, is going to be negative. And the only thing I have left in the numerator is 4. I'll put 125 in my denominator. Then we'll take a squared times a to the ninth. That'll give me a to the 11th. And we got b. So you got negative 4 over 125, and something is telling me I made a mistake here. Where did I make the mistake? That was, oh, right here. No, I didn't. That was right. 2 squared is 4. And then 4 cubed is not 16. There we go. 4 to the third power is 64. And then so 4 goes into 64 16 times. Sorry about that. So we get 16. Negative 16 over 125, a to the 11th b. And there's our answer. Okay, on number 5, I'm going to make a factor tree. But I think what I do when I make my factor tree, I've noticed I've got that 6. I wonder if 6 goes into 378. And I'm just guessing. It would make things nicer if it did. And we get 63, don't we? So it's the square root of 6 times the square root of 63. So then square root of 9 times the square root of 7. We know the square root of 9 is 9. If I take the square root of 6 times the square root of 6, I get 6. So I'll take that times 6. And then you got a square root of 7 left over, don't you? So 9 times 6 is 54 square roots of 7. That's just simplified. And I made a mistake there, didn't I? The square root of 9 is not 9. Duh. The square root of 9 is 3. Let's try that again. 3 times 6 is 18 square roots of 7. And there's our answer. Okay, let's take a look at number 6. We've got this geometric sequence, and I want to know how much can she squat after 4 training sessions. So we're just going to replace x with 4. So I'm going to find w of 4 equals 475 times 1.05. I'm going to raise that to the fourth power. So let's go ahead and do that. So 475 times 1.05, and we'll take that to the fourth power. And we get about 577.4, we'll say. So it's going to be about 577.4 pounds. That's a rounded answer, so I'll make it about. And there is our first page.